everyone. Thank you so much for coming to today's seminar. I really appreciate it. Glad to see some familiar faces in the crowd. Hi. So I hope you have all had a wonderful week here in sunny California, and I would just like to say a quick thank you to the Hilton for being the sponsor of this week's conference. Give them a round of applause. Now, I have to say, this is a beautiful, beautiful location being right across the street from the wonderful Los Angeles International Speedway. It's really exciting. So, without any further ado, I'd like to go ahead and get started talking about a topic that is really near and dear to my heart. Why Cars, the Disney Pixar film, is the best movie ever made. Let's get started. Cars. We're all surrounded by them. Some of us even came here in a car. There are cars sitting in front of this very building that we are in at this moment.
She has a point.
Yeah. Larry the Cable Guy is a national treasure. Larry the Cable Guy, who needs no introduction, of course is the voice of our beloved Mater, or Tow Mater. It's like Tow Mater, but without the tow. Oh, we're having fun here. I can tell that you're my type of crowd. Larry the Cable Guy has graced this movie with his stupendous vocal talents and excellent comedic timing to bring Mater to life and frankly give him the charm that has delighted audiences across not only America, but frankly, the world. Films such as Blue Collar Comedy Tour, Witless Protection, Delta Farce, Larry the Cable Guy, Health Inspector, and many, many 5 more films are where he showcases his talent that proves him to be the perfect actor for this role. A Grammy-nominated comedian and a Visual Effects Society Award winner for the outstanding performance by an animated character in an animated motion picture is the kind of prestige that Larry the Cable Guy brings to these films. Cars follows the classic hero myth. Now, there is a desire by modern audiences to have a tale that follows this classic journey, as documented in Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey, which I know all of you have read. He talks about how most tales follow this archetype. Now, if we go to the beginning of the ordinary world, we can see that inside of Mac is where that all begins. Now, from the beginnings of the ordinary world inside Mac, on the way to his next race, the call to action begins falling out of the trailer of Mac, and then being dropped into Radiator Springs, a place of the unknown. Then we have the subsequent refusal of the call, where Lightning McQueen attempts to escape from Radiator Springs, but in the process, destroys the town. We then seamlessly roll into the crossing of the threshold, which some may argue comes before the meeting of the mentor. However, if we were to go into that, the meeting of the mentor then comes into the meeting of Doc Hudson, also known as the fabulous Hudson Hornet, the one and only. And if we were to go back to the mentor, Lightning McQueen has this struggle to gain Hudson as his mentor, to strive to have him as a coach, if you will. It is here that we cross into the special world by Lightning McQueen gaining more comfortability with Radiator Springs, as well as finding allies throughout his world. People like Mater, Flo, Ramon, Fillmore, the list goes on, as well as a test and an ally within Sally Carrera, and the romantic cat and mouse between the two. And then we have the approach of wanting to race in the Piston Cup, as well as the rebirth of the hero, the rebirth of Lightning McQueen, not only as a machine, but a new person, finding a new sense of self and becoming a more caring and diligent creature. You know, I could go on, as most of you guys know. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here when it comes to the hero's journey. You know, there are those full 12 points, but I think midway is a good place to stop on that. But if you did want to know my input on the rest of the 12 points of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, you can check out my latest book, The Rusty's Bumper Ointment of the Soul. This one, you know, this is what counts. Jay Leno makes an appearance as Jay Limo, the car version of himself. First off, bravo for the writers of Cars for coming up with a name as clever as Jay Limo. Secondly, I would like you to just take a little look at the color of Jay Limo's paint. If you ask me, that is pretty darn close to the color of denim, Jay Leno's notorious favorite outfit choice. All denim color. I see what you're doing there, Pixar Studios. Another thing that I have to say I applaud with the deepest respect is look at the size of that grill. If you're not telling me that is an homage to Jay Leno's enormous chin, I don't know what is. And I have to say, that kind of attention to detail by the Cars cast and crew makes me proud to have spent every dollar I did on my 46 tickets to see Cars in theaters in 2006. Every penny worth it. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with this. Disney created a whole land dedicated to this film franchise. The details, the life, the music, the ambiance that comes through in Cars Land shows that we are not alone in thinking that this is the greatest film of all time. Thank you guys so much for coming to today's seminar. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. But knowing you guys, I bet you all already knew a lot of this stuff. Come on, I mean, who doesn't? Once again, thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you had a good time. I will be hanging out for about 10 minutes today, so if you want to come by, talk a little bit, get to know me, I'd love to meet you. I will also be in Ballroom A down the hall starting at 3 p.m. signing copies of my book,
Did you say Ballroom A?
For the Soul. So feel free to stop on by. And folks, with that being said, ka-chow. Thank you so much for coming.
I could hear her talk for
hours. Have a wonderful rest of your conference, all right? Ka-chow. Ka-chow.
Yeah. Oh, not wearing a watch. Okay.